Sampson.
And they're all focused in on trying to come away here at the World Finals as the champion. Robbie Gray, the Mountaineer, still alive, and Jim Jack and Reptoid. You know, we've got some guys who could pull some surprises, but certainly the big guns are still alive, including Barefoot, Brian Womack behind the wheel now. And, you know, Womack is trying to make a statement here in his hometown. Gunslinger trying to get back up front. I mean, all the big guns want this one, Mike.
And we might add that this course is bigger than most. It's going to take a lot of horsepower, and it takes some finesse getting slowed down and making those turns. We'll see who can do it when we get ready to go with more monster truck action from the Dome here in St. Louis. There's a lot on the line. A portion of that Pace Motorsports $100,000 points fund as well. We'll get down to it. Monster truck racing on Motor Madness Monster Jam. Brought to you.
Season. What are you going to do? I'm going back home. I'm going to redo my truck. I got a new truck coming out, and we're going to be tougher next year. That's all.
You know, we're going back in the shop for research and development and completely dismantle the truck and get ready for the rest of the season for our next series.
Oh, you know, we'll be always running other shows and stuff like that, keep them busy, but try to, you know, update on things and really get ready for next year and look forward to being able to compete in the whole point series. It's just a few selected events.
But in the off season, I guess that's what I'll have to do is keep tuning on this suspension since we changed it so much.
What off season? I guess we're going to have to work on this junk and get it ready for next year. Like I said, we've had sort of a tough season, and the truck's getting tired. We got to, you know, pull the engine out, rebuild it. We're going to put a new 99 body on it for next year, and you know, there's just a lot of work. We got to take it completely apart, repaint the frame and everything. So basically next year when we come out, we'll have just about a new truck.
So we got about 2 months in which we spend time in the shop getting the truck PM to getting it ready to go for the following season, whether it be indoors or outdoors. So we enjoy it. We have a good time with it. These things are a lot of fun.
Well, we're going to go back. You know, we got a couple more weekends to do, and then I'm going to go back and start playing with some more guns. You know, I'm a gunsmith during the daytime, so we're going to go back there and fiddle around on the bench, you know, put our time in on the truck, make sure it's all A1 shape to get out here and kick some butt.
Just work and try to get ready for next year. You know,
Usually we get December off, and when we do that, we usually take this whole truck apart and put it back together, you know, and fix everything that's broke and go from there.
Playing for the off season, revamping some of the digger trucks, getting them back up in shape, greeting the fans at my place there at Kill Double Hills. Got a ride truck, and everybody comes. They come by to visit me. I'm gonna do a lot of fishing. I just got me a brand new boat.
And it's a good fish to be caught.
If he drives that boat like he drives the monster truck, they better look out in the Outer Banks.
Yeah, get off the ocean, eh? Well, here's Sampson and Dan Patrick. We talked about what a favorite, how strong he is. We talked last week about this, but he's going up against Barefoot, and that's not going to be any easy competition.
Probably ounce for ounce, pound for pound, the two trucks that make the most horsepower that are in this field when you're looking at Barefoot and you're looking at Sampson. So this ought to be a very even race, and it's going to come down again to which driver negotiates the turns and is able to square up for these long straightaways.
All right, and they're off, and it is Sampson out with the early lead. But we'll watch and see what they do in the turns. Sampson, nice job on the turn by Dan Patrick. And here comes Barefoot, getting a little bit of air. We'll see as they make the final turn and head on. It is going to be Sampson. Sampson with a strong run. Not surprising at all what Dan Patrick just did.
Very impressive run by Dan Patrick. We've told you how badly Dan wants to win here in St. Louis and come away as the champion of the TNN World Finals. This is just showing you a man who is focused on the mission at hand. Beautifully run. Look at how he stays square in his lane. He's not veering. He's not going back and forth between the obstacles. This is just a brilliant piece of monster truck driving from Dan Patrick and Sampson.
A lot of power in that truck.
Unreal. You had a great race. I mean, you really had the finals in your sight.
Yeah, I mean, we just had to maintain a nice even, you know, there was good trucks out there, but I got a break tonight, got a good bracket. And, but hey, we had a great year. I like to be consistent. Other than a few little setbacks like this, we would have been in the finals every race. And, hey, that's all counts.
Dan Patrick, you are the most consistent guy on this entire series.
Well, you know, that's what I think it takes to have a winning combination. to be successful at it, and I truly love what I do. And we're going to take 6 weeks off. We're going to the dyno room. We're going to make more power, faster truck, and come back out this summer and just start thumping some kids again.
Well, you love what you're doing. Let me tell you, these fans and we love watching you. So thanks a lot for an incredible series.
Thanks a lot. We'll see you next season.
You got it, Dan.
Bye.
So a tough break for Sampson and broke a little bit.
That's what that's what right at the beginning of the interview you got the indication that indeed something went away. We'll try to find out more about it, but indeed he's not going to be back. That means Barefoot will advance since Sampson is broke in defeating Barefoot. This was not a great run for Womack. You can see we talked about how smooth Dan was staying in his lanes. Womack was all over the place in this run, but hey, he'll be around for the semifinals.
Brian, you move on.
Yeah, it's not exactly the way we wanted to move on, but, you know, Sampson broke, unfortunately. Gives us a chance to come back and see if we can redeem ourselves.
You know, Barefoot, with Todd, has had some unlucky breaks himself this series. Maybe you had it coming to you.
Yeah, I've been pretty lucky this whole year. You know, I haven't really torn nothing up, but things like that happen. You know, I kind of messed up in the racing, so maybe I can come back and straighten it out again.
Maybe it's the hometown crowd.
Yeah, that has a lot to do with it.
Good luck in the semis.
Thank you.
Thanks, Brian.
Brian Womack will get another shot at it. There is Robbie Gray, pilot of Mountaineer, who we haven't seen this year, but who advanced on in round 1. We'll see what he can do here against Reptoid.
Reptoid and Jim Jack has been another runner that we've seen consistently on TNN. Mountaineer, as Mike just mentioned, is our first look at him, but when we saw Mountaineer last week, very impressive. He did get a break, obviously, with his opponent flipping, but I thought the truck looked pretty good. Still, Jim Jack has been up and down the road. He knows how to run these U.S. hot rod courses. He's run a lot of them. I would think Reptoid's got an advantage. See if Robbie Gray can pull off an upset.
Well, you saw Jim Jack sitting in the center of that cockpit and over the first set of crushed cars, dead even down to that first turn. Robbie Gray makes it pretty smooth. He's in the far lane in Mountaineer. That is Reptoid. They love the look of the front of that truck. Here's the final turn. We will see how the horsepower shakes out as they try to come here to the start-finish. It is going to be Reptoid by feet, not too much. But Reptoid, Jim Jack goes on to win.
Not surprised that was a tight finish. You could expect that from the get-go. And I'll tell you, Robbie Gray's Mountaineer Ford is a truck to watch as the years go on here in monster truck racing. Again, a new name to us, but he's got some experience, and he shows it here. He runs strong. Got a little bounce there. He kind of hit into the mogul section there and got the front end of the truck got knocked up in the air. That cost him a little bit of time. And, you know, when you go back and analyze the race and you see how close it was to the finish, that really probably cost him the race.
Indeed, here's Reptoid, Jim Jack. Very good start. Both trucks got off to a great start in this run. Not too much air of that first set of crushed cars. Able to get down, negotiate the turn, and then hammer it on down for what is a really long stretch here. You can hear them burping the throttle just a little bit, trying to maximize the speed, and Reptoid on to win. We've got a lot more monster truck action. Hey.
Welcome back to Motor Madness, June 5th and 6th. That's the date. New York State Fairgrounds, the place, and the Monsters are the main event. That's right, next weekend, the battleground is Syracuse. The Monsters are ready to rumble. Get your tickets now. Log on and grab them at pacemotorsports.com.
I went to that website last week. Kind of interesting.
That's a great website. Oh, yeah. It's awesome. Awesome.
All right, we're set now.
Speaking of awesome.
Gunslinger, Carolina Crusher, 2 trucks with a lot of power.
You know, we've gotten to all the exotic trucks and the bulldozer and these great designs. There's still nothing to a lot of the folks in the crowd, and I know as a commentator, like Ford and Chevrolet and 2 powerhouses squaring off. And here you got it, the Carolina Crusher Chevrolet and Gary Porter and Scott Hartsock and that Floridian, the Gunslinger Ford. Here we go.
And, hey, it's a great, great start for Hartsock. Ooh, wow. Porter's got some ground to make up in Carolina Crusher. He's on the near lane. That's a look at him now. He knows he has really got to go. Gunslinger, Scott Hartsock. Makes that final turn out in front. Oh, there's a problem with Carolina Crusher.